G'day, Teeth here from pickinglessons.com. The Boys of Ballycastle. This is a great hornpipe in the key of E minor. In this lesson, we'll take a look at a fingerstyle arrangement. In a moment, we'll get started with the first 4 measures. We'll have a look at what the melody's doing and set our hand positions up to include those moving bass notes that we're featuring as part of this arrangement. If you head to pickinglessons.com, you better grab yourself a copy of the tablature, but in the members section there, we'll break down the remainder of the tune. Now, let's check out what we have here. We are in E minor, and we want to have a nice sense of the melody. So you can look at the melody kind of separate, and we'll do that for a little bit as well, but we want to make sure that we're setting our hand positions up for the left hand. The right hand is kind of straightforward. Because the melody is sort of a single string style melody, we can just alternate between a couple of fingers. So we'll do a couple of exercises for that as well. And then of course the thumb's taking care of all those bass notes. Now we have a lot of bass notes through this, and we've got a moving line kind of thing. So as we progress through, we've got this nice movement as we progress our way through, yeah? Now the melody itself, it's pretty busy. So we'll check out these 4 bars. So the melody here, we've got this pickup note on beat 4. So 3, 4 with the hammer on. Just to mention too, the rhythm bit, it's a hornpipe, so it sort of swings, yeah? So we've got uneven 8ths. And so this pickup note's a good example. Rather than going 4 and, it's 4 and. So it's late with the hammer on, yeah? So uneven 8ths. Now, this hammer on brings us to that first melody note. Let's just learn the melody to begin with. So right hand, we just alternate. You can get away with just 1 finger if you're not up to alternating, but if you can get 2 fingers moving, just alternating, because the way the melody moves, it's very single string. It's not an arpeggio as such, so you can use the 2 fingers and just alternate. So index and middle, or even middle and ring would be all okay. Let's just repeat that a couple of times. 3, 4. One more time. Now, bass notes. We're going to bring in the low E to kick us off. Yeah, first half of the measure. All these bass notes are on beat 1 and beat 3. So we have 1, 2. Now setting ourselves up for the next bass note. First finger there on the B. So if we're playing out of position 2, our fingers are going to be able to reach those melody notes and those quarter notes pretty well. All the fingering's in the tablature though, just to make sure we're setting ourselves up right. Let's just practice this first measure a couple of times. Pick up note, beat 4. 3, 4, 1. A little bit slower. 3, 4, 1. So all 8th notes there, we've got that quick little grace note pull off. So on beat 2, so we're going to start on fret 2 but flick it straight away. Yeah, so it gives us that grace note. Ready? One more time. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that grace note is very, very quick with that pull off. All right, let's have a look at measure 2. Another little grace note pull off there. We've got a triplet in beat 2. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and one more time with the melody. And 1, 2 and 3, 4 and bass notes. This time we've got our C and the D. So it's part of our nice ascending line there we have in our bass line. Try that again. So second finger there on the C position. Kind of a C add 9 position, yeah? So C add 9. Second finger, third finger for the melody. First and third fingers now as we hammer on, yeah? So obviously as we hold our bass notes in the chord, our fingers will work around that. Back to the first finger for that grace note. First 2 bars. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and measure 3 into a G position there. So our third finger is going to take that G. So that will help set us up for our melody, because what we're going to need is our second finger back into first position. first finger is going to take over that B note as we come in. So we have back into second position there. So our third finger is going to kick us off. Hammering on there for that second finger on the A. Switching into the first finger for the B. All right, complete third measure. Ready and... Okay, let's move to the fourth measure, then we'll try all these together. Fourth measure, we're going to switch into this C position. The A comes in there with our first finger, and then we join that A with a D with our thumb. The melody note will take us through to the second half of this tune, this little slide up. Let's have a look at these first 4 bars. We'll just play through it slowly, just to make sure we've got the feel of the rhythm for the melody, our finger positions for the melody. So remember, it's all in the tablature there, so you can check that out. Pick up note, 3, 4. Now, there's our first 4 bars. What you've got to remember when you play this style is that the melody is the dominant part of what we're playing. So those bass notes are the accompaniment, and we want to make sure that they're not too overbearing volume-wise compared to our melody. So do keep an eye on that melody is nice and clear. So that should always be at the forefront, and those bass notes, if they're too strong, dial them back. Try to keep a nice balance between the low bass notes and that melody, which is on our higher strings. So remember the hornpipe feel as you're practicing along as well. So we do want that uneven 8th feel to the rhythm. Now, pickinglessons.com, we will continue this. We'll break down the second half of this A section, and we'll have a look at part B as well. You'll have a play along track there once you get to know the tune, and the tablature is there, of course. So pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.